Forgive me, it's been a while since I've last done a video, but I've been rather busy. If I can back up here, you'll now notice the computer side of the workbench is completed. I have to step out of the radio room to give you an idea of how big it is. I'm not able to show you full yet because I still have to go through all that crap. Some of it's going to be sold at a ham fest, some of it's going to be thrown away. Other parts are going to be put away once the main workbench is put together. But this will give you an idea from the top. I now have storage for 3 radios or more on top. There's storage here for all of my homebrew sets, along with a bone phone. If you know what that is, I'll be doing one of a video on that shortly. That old Yoda thingamabob has been around since my college days. All the CDs, some of the paper for printers and stuff, and all the cassettes for this video recorder are stored in that spot. And then here, the entire computer section fits snugly in the niche. And I replaced the wheels, which were China Pride, with some 2x4 stock. And now this entire thing swings out. The nice thing about it is, all the wires, let me push this down, and this is one time I need the light. All the wires come to that surge protector, which is mounted on the wall. In fact, what I'm able to do now, if I ever needed to, I can pull this entire computer desk out. One piece, all of this, and unplug everything without being in a tangle of stuff. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you is this little feature. This is the quick release feature that I've been crowing about in the last few videos. It's a quick way of cutting power to the entire assembly. Computers, printer, scanner, everything, with 2 easy steps. This light tells you the entire system is on, it's lit, it's ready to go. At the first sign of thunder, I don't want a lightning strike to wipe out any of my equipment if it goes through the power line. So, first thing I do, switch that off, turns all of this off, and then unplug. This is live. Unplugging this goes to here and effectively kills all of this. The only thing that's still live is the cable, because if I need phone or anything like that, this thing gets hit fine. AT&T or whoever will take care of that. I just don't want any of this equipment damaged. And then, when the weather is nice, all I have to do is plug back in, flip a switch, power is back up. You might remember this. This is the Hallicrafter's S80 farm radio. There used to be a little shelf that used to pull out of here. Since I replaced the pull and drawer slides on this keyboard shelf, the other one just wouldn't fit properly, so I just got rid of it. But now it rolls out smoothly. Computer's at easy reach. Everything is at easy reach now. Makes for a heck of a lot more convenience. I just got to pull that wire back and we're in business. One other note, I saw this little trick on Pinterest. That's my FireWire cable. That's what this camera attaches to interface with the computer so I can pull footage. I always had that thing on the floor. Used to drive me nuts. Used to trip on it. Used to step on it. Well, not anymore. A simple paper clip attaches to the table, and now I can pull this out at will. When I need to put it back, goes right back in its place. Neat, sweet, complete. Another thing that has happened is on the opposite end of the radio room is this entertainment center that my wife had for a number of years. I commandeered it because we've got another entertainment center that we use. And it used to have a large screen TV in this section. It was just one big hole, and I used to stack radios in that place. The old set of shelves that were in here just were like solder woodworking shelves, nothing special. Since I now have the larger set of shelves in place, I had to do something with these, so I cut them up into different sizes and I cleated them. You can see one of the cleats right there, one there. I made shelving, so now where there was just one shelf which kind of had a hodgepodge of stuff, there are now 3 separate shelves that are holding radios in place. There's another little shelf holding above this compartment here, and then down here there's one shelf. Yes, that's a big track, believe it or not. I still have my old big track and it does work. And I now have a little hole, or a cubby, for my Radiola 26 in that space. And here's more of that crap. And again, a lot of this is going to be cleared away once I get the workbench in place. And I'll be showing you that in a future date. It's not done yet. I would rather present it to you when it's complete. I am very pleased with the way that's going. I have one more little feature to show you. It's on the shelf, and it will be part of the workbench, but I can show this to you now. A little dark back here. There'll be lighting. Here's the space reserved for the workbench. It's all been cleared off. There's the Cliff Dweller shortwave antenna. This will be the side that the workbench sits on. Here's my SX62, a little VHF receiver, and there's the Hallicrafters SX42, which still needs work. But that's not the subject. The subject is something that's going to be part of the workbench. I also found this on Pinterest. Something to put little screws and nuts and bolts after you take a set apart. Where do you put them? Instead of leaving them on the workspace, why not have a place to put them out of the way? And this is it. A muffin tin. 6 compartments. Actually 4 will show up since I have it screwed in a certain way. But there's places for all your nuts and bolts. Right now it's filled because this is just various stuff I don't want to get lost. When the workbench gets put back in, I'll be putting them in their proper places. Fill this up, and then when you start working on your chassis, fold it away just like that. You'll have to pardon the mess that's in here. It's because I'm working on the radio workbench. But I wanted you to see what else I've put together in the interim time between the shelving system and the computer desk. I had some extra wood to use. I have this Black & Decker Workmate, and this originally held the drill press. I wanted to use this, well, like for space, which I'm doing right now, but it's going to be a lot emptier once everything's built and cleaned out of the way. So I used the extra wood and built a drill press bench. I also have my dad's old Stanley miter saw, and I used to keep tripping on that thing all the time, and I said I've got to have a place to put it. So underneath the stand I put a shelf for it. It's on its own base. I've got to do one more thing. I've got to put another small piece of wood underneath it. So what I'll be able to do is to pull that out, and then I can clamp it directly onto the workmate be able to do my cutting and then just slide it right back in. Then there's the other question about the saw. What do you do about it? Do you hang it up over here, or do you find another place for it? Well, I made a sheath, just like a scabbard for a sword. There's a small couple blocks of wood that I put together, so whenever I need the saw, simply pull it out. When I'm done with it, drop it back in. There's another shelving space down there. I haven't decided to use it yet. And then also, what do I do for the hole saws and the hole bits and stuff? What do I do with those? What do I even have a, what's this thing called? Sheet metal brake. What do I do with the handles? Those are removable. Well, here they are over on this side. They're two little shelves. If I need them, they're on drawer glides. I pull them out. I pick out the ones I need. If I need the things for the sheet metal brake, I just put them in here and start using them. When I'm done, I put them back away. When I'm done, I roll them back in. Need some more things like Forstner bits or any other bits? No problem. Just roll it out. When I'm done with it, roll it back in. And this is the same chipboard top that I originally mounted this on, but I've cut it down considerably so I could fit it on this piece. And I might add, this thing is about as crooked as a dog's hind leg, but it's straight where it counts, and that's what's important. I am far from a woodworking genius. I am no Matthias Wandel. I think I'm saying his name right. It may be Matthias, I'm not sure. If you've ever seen that guy, the guy woodgears.ca, he is absolutely amazing. Of course, his dad was a major woodworker, so he gets that from his dad. He's just, to me, he's just a genius and a source of inspiration. But I'm adequate, and it works for what I need to do on it. Now that I've got this, once this is all cleared off, any radios I want to build chassis, I now have the sheet metal brake ready. If I need to cut, I've got these ready with all the hole saws, all this. It's in one place. I don't have to hunt for it. I don't have to cuss and swear and everything else trying to find it all. It's all here. It's easy to get to, easy within reach. And then eventually when all this junk is cleared, I'll have this portion available to me. And then of course I've got the table saw, which will be available to me. Only other thing that I did with it is I got wise and put a bag for sawdust on it, which I should have done to begin with a long time ago, but you know, Dummy didn't think he could do it. Well, now Dummy has realized he can do it. So, that's what's been going on the last few months, and yeah, I just about knocked everything over. What else is new? In the next coming segment, which I'm hoping will be towards the end of the month. Oh hell, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to give you a preview of what's to come. Coming, hopefully, by the end of July.